I think you should be able to use the arrow. It worked on the computer. It's a Mac, though.
Hey,
I don't know.
not a good start. Whenever you're ready.
All right. Who doesn't love video games, right? And we've all got our own favorite little video game. My favorite video game is Dwarf Fortress. Losing is fun because you will lose a lot. It's this little indie game developed by a single dude and his brother. It's been in the making for like 12 years. It's just freeware, and they just give it away, and they've literally been living off donations for 8 years now. And it's a roguelike, which is basically an ASCII set of graphics. And ASCII is where all the characters and environmental objects, everything is just letters in a two-dimensional plane, basically. No in-depth graphics. It looks like it's from the 80s. Real bad. This game has one of the coolest cult followings of all time. In the game, you basically take 7 dwarves and you go out and you're like, I'm gonna embark and make my own fortress. And if you're new to the game, you die a lot. In fact, this is the kind of joke learning curve compared to other games. The nasty one being Dwarf Fortress, because it's really, 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 really hard to learn. You've got an obscenely obtuse user interface, horrible looking graphics, and most deep, complex, like city management style game you can imagine. So things get, you die a lot. You just die a lot, and there's no way to win. So in the end, you will always die in the end because, well, it's really hard. And if you've seen the graphics, I mean, it looks like this. Do you know what's going on here? I kind of do. I can tell that there's like some dwarfs running around and stuff happening. I mean, thankfully there's like tile sets like this, which make it a little easier to figure out. There's even some really cool third-party utilities like this, which makes the game actually three-dimensional. So if you really, really need to see what your building looks like, you can do that. It's pretty cool, in fact. There's some really cool creations that people make. It's got the cult following of this game is so cool because there's just this little fan base that they get out of their way and they make all this weird like fan art like this. There are these things called like forgotten beasts in the game, which are just randomly generated creatures. And so when you look at the descriptions, you see all kinds of weird things like giant walrus monsters or this thing. I mean, there's just some really cool fan art out there. Like, I mean, look at this. Look at how cool this is. Someone made this because of some little indie game where your characters are letters. Your characters are letters. But because it's so complex, I mean, literally, you look at the combat logs, it's like, oh no, my dwarf, he was hit with an axe and now he's got an infection. Well, the doctor's never cleaned it right, so he eventually dies. Oh look, his wife is really sad now, so she's tantruming. Now she's been thrown in prison. Now the rest of her family's angry. And suddenly you've got a tantrum spiral of angry dwarves, and everyone's fighting each other, and everyone dies, because everyone dies in Dwarf Fortress. That's what happens. Everyone dies. I mean, if they don't like go down because insurrections, they go down because of starvation, or invading goblins, or whatever that is coming in and killing everything. It's pretty cool. just gotta remember something. Losing is fun.